Dirty.
Hello, this is teamscrubout here for the fourth place deck. I'm locals. My friend, the buddy, Ritual Beast.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just go over my deck list that I had. Start off with the hand traps, triple ash blossom, pretty standard, honestly. Wind Witch combo.
Why would you want to do that?
3 ice spell, 2 blast spell, a snowbell, pretty standard as well. Now into the ritual beast stuff. Start with the tamers. Triple winda, pretty normal. Oh. Triple elder, and one of both Lara and Win. An idea that I actually had was to also run this Pilica, just in case you get rid of Lara. Actually would have came in handy 2 times today, but I didn't happen to have it. That's it for the tamers. For the beasts, triple Rampangu. I see a lot of people running these at 2 for some reason. I think it's personally better than Kanahawk just because of the fact that it gets the extra to the banished pile, so you can do more you can get more ulti Kanahawk searches off with it. It's really nice. Triple Kanahawk still, because it is still incredibly good. 1 Aplio, 1 Petalfin. Aplio is really good for getting back your resources, but other than that, it's not all that great. You don't want to have it in your hand to the start. And Petalfin is just honestly just another name. It can get you out of tight spots too, but I wouldn't rely on it. On to our traps. Triple ambush and triple steeds. No reason to not run them at 3, especially since you can search them and they're both really powerful for the deck.
Steeds is just a really common answer in Ritual Beast to out Darkest Diablos, because it does destroy but it does not target.
I mean, it's kind of our answer to everything, honestly. Double torrential. Getting on a Petalfin and then torrentialing can be a really good way to clear the board if you don't have a steeds or any way of getting into it.
Do all the ones.
Macro, Imperial Order, 1 strike, 1 warning, 1 judgment. No particular reason for the 1 strike, honestly. The judgment's really nice. The warning stops summons, which is something that I actually really prefer. The order, again, stopping spells, which is really nice. Macro doesn't hurt you at all, so there's no reason to not run it, because it hurts a lot of other decks.
Yeah, it hurts the meta.
For spells, we only run 2. That's D-Fissure and E-Telly. D-Fissure is just like Macro. Doesn't hurt you, but can really hurt your opponent. E-Telly is pretty much just to get out extra tamers. It can be used to get out extra damage if you happen to have it on field. Just go for OTK damage in game.
Alright, do you want to use the side deck or the extra deck?
We'll go with the extra deck next. So, starting off with Synchros. Pretty much just running any of this stuff because of the Wind Witch engine. Winterbell to get out burn damage. Clear Wings can be nice. I hardly honestly ever use it. It can be used instead of if you just didn't want to use the Winterbell. Also, if you happen to already have gone through your Crystal Wing, you could still just go into a Clear Wing and still have a nice monster. Stardust is a nice alternative for Crystal Wing in case you got Reapered or you just don't happen to have it for some reason. They serve about the same purpose. Next is our XYZ board. Lightning Chidori and Bagushka. Bagushka obviously because you can stall. Chidori is really nice to getting rid of stuff, honestly. That's kind of its only purpose. They're both really easy to bring out because You can always just go for double Winda, or you can go for a Beast and Winda from a defuse. So they're really easy to access. Last but not least, we have our fusions and our link. Double Gaiapelio. I run 2 so that you have your 1 target for Rampengu. Then you can send to the graveyard a Winda or whatever, so that you have targets for ambush. Double Apelio, double Petalfin, and unfortunately the 1 Kanahawk. I only run them at 2 extra decks for extra deck space, and because you don't really need 3. Honestly, Petalfin, you don't go through too many Petalfins. Games can go really quick, so you don't really need all that many of them. But you always want to have at least one so that you have a Rampengu target. And then for our links, just 2 Falcos. Just really strong for Ritual Beasts. Can also be sent off of Rampengu. I actually was kind of considering having some generic link, just so that you're not clogged by something else on your board. It can get really annoying, honestly. Now for the side deck. Three heavy Storm Dusters. Just generic back row removal. I honestly didn't use them very much. Not much to say there. Triple Mind Crush can be really helpful for getting stuff out of hand. If they add something that you know that they add something that they know you know that they, if they add something that you know you want to get rid of.
It's really helpful with Petalfin.
Oh, it can also be really helpful with Petalfin, because you could add something to their hand with Petalfin, then Mind Crush them. Didn't even think about it. Triple anti-spell. There's no reason to not run it, honestly. We don't run very many spells, so it doesn't hurt us very much. It hurts a lot of other decks in the meta. Triple Evenly. It's pretty standard, pretty common.
Really quick, if I could chime in again. What makes Evenly really good in this deck is if you hit them with Evenly Matched and then make Ulti Gaiapelio, you can pretty much just secure a duel, just because it has the negate effect it does from hand, and they won't have a lot of resources left after they've been hit with Evenly.
It's a nice point, Torres. Thank you for adding that. 2 Drolls and Awaking the Dragon. Honestly, I would prefer to have that as a 3rd Droll. Drolls are pretty common for stopping people from adding from deck to hand, which is really nice.
That's how this meta is.
Waking the Dragon, honestly, is something that I wouldn't have personally put in here, but I just kind of had it lying around and threw it in. It can, in theory, get out pretty much just your Wind Witch engine. It's about all it's all it's useful for.
Alright. What did you go against on your record?
Oh, I went 3-1. My first duel was against, it was like, I don't know, some weird Cyber Dragon ABC XYZ deck. I don't know, it seemed like some just generic machine deck.
So the reason why you play Cyber Dragons in ABC is because of Fleetfoot Genius. When you defuse from Buster, if you special 2 to the zone that Genius points to, you can search Cyber Dragon from deck.
Okay, that makes sense then. Well, that's what I went against. It really wasn't anything special. I won in time, which, while not always the most ideal way of winning, is something that Ritual Beast is strong at. It's just dealing a little bit of damage and then just being able to stall out your opponent. Game 2, I went against Trickstar Sky Strikers, and that was where my loss came into effect. Crystal Wing is a really nice out to them. They can't do anything about it, but I don't really know much else that I have against the deck. Is for both of the games they just got rid of my hand, so I just couldn't play. Third duel I went up against a For Hire Mech Knight deck, which the reason that I won was just because Steeds, honestly, just getting rid of all of their monsters. I know in the second game he just surrendered because he couldn't keep doing anything. I just would keep searching out stuff and getting out Steeds. It got to the point where there was just no way I could have lost, honestly. And then my last duel was actually against one of our members, Stephen Cowan, with his Pen Magician deck.
Zephyr Pendulums.
Oh, Zephyr Pen Magicians. Whatever. It's a pendulum deck. First game was pretty interesting. Just kind of OTK'd him with Ritual Beasts. Just Apelio really put in work at buffing my monsters twice, and then just with Falcos having 2 monsters with 14 that get buffed to 3,000 is pretty nice. The second duel, pretty sure I lost.
Well, you would be 3, so.
I mean, I kind of had to have lost. We went to game 3. I don't exactly remember how, to be fair. Probably just not being able to play. The deck can be kind of bricky at times. The last game was again lost in time. Was a 1 because of time. Just deal some damage. Heck, even sometimes just Crystal Wing. Getting out Crystal Wing and then just sitting on it all game is just enough for you to win with the new end of match procedures. Especially in game 3. Ritual Beasts kind of take a long time to play, so you kind of go into time a lot, and a lot of your wins come from just your ability to outstall your opponent and just having the little bit of damage on board.
Well, thank you for getting 4th place. You have played for like 3 months, but you did well enough to make it to go use those decks. So thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, dislike, whatever you want, comment below with your thoughts, and see you guys next time. And always have a nice day.